hard trying to find somewhere that's safe. It's hard trying to find a place that isn't contaminated with poisons. It's hard even trying to eat and knowing that the food is safe to eat. It's hard trying to find a place that's safe. And you keep running and fighting your way through something that feels like thick mist and fog, trying to find a way out, trying to find a clean place, a bright place, a light place, trying to find some light. But it seems to elude you all the time. All the time there seems to be something else. Even when you walk past someone, there's that whiff of some toxic perfume or aftershave. Even when you go and put the gas on to make a meal, you don't know if there's too much carbon monoxide coming out. You don't know what kind of contamination is coming out of the sea, or whether the rocks are filled with radiation. You don't know where the next mobile phone mast is and what that's doing to your system. And you don't know where to go, where it's safe, what you're eating, where can you eat, how many additives are in it, how many GM foods. Not everything's labelled. What kind of pesticides are in that sandwich you just ate? What are you putting on your skin? What chemicals are they using in that cafe? You tried to eat peacefully or have a cup of tea, but the water's contaminated. The tap water. It's not safe to drink tap water. It's full of pesticides and hormones and all kinds of other things. And then just when you're eating, they come and spray the table with a cleaning fluid which is full of some high-level toxic chemical. And then you go outside and some car revs up and you get a lung full of carbon monoxide. People kill themselves with carbon monoxide. They commit suicide with it. So how do we know we're not just committing suicide as a human race? And everywhere there's just more of it. I tried to get away from them. I tried to escape. I'm not talking about people. I'm talking about toxic fumes. But everywhere I went, there they were. They were on people's bodies, in all their cleaning fluids, in what they washed their clothes in. And somehow there wasn't anywhere to go. I tried an escape. I thought I would go as far away, a remote place as possible, where there wouldn't be anything toxic. I discovered along the way there were farmers who used strong pesticides, chemicals. It wasn't any better than being in the town. And all the time, even when I tried to drink out of the streams, I knew that they were full of pesticides. I didn't know if that was any better than drinking from the tap. I tried going to cafes and restaurants, but unless they were purely organic, I didn't know where the food had come from. I didn't know what kind of GM food was in it. And that's unnatural. That's an unnatural thing to put in the body. And then I tried just making my own food because it was too expensive to go to organic restaurants and there aren't many of them. But I found that the price of everything organic went up. Maybe early this year with the VAT. Nuts seem really difficult to afford. Organic nuts. But if you buy nuts which have had pesticides on them, maybe that's why so many people have nut allergies. Maybe it's not the nuts, maybe it's the pesticides. People have no idea what they're eating. And people who eat meat, they don't realise what's gone on in the slaughterhouses. They don't realise they're eating a living being, like a person. We wouldn't eat our relatives, or even our cats and dogs. But people don't think twice about eating the insides of a cow or pig or sheep. Well, you can go anywhere, but there's nowhere really that isn't contaminated with some toxic poison. We're being poisoned every day. You just don't see it. You can look one way in life and you can see all the glamour of it. Or you can look the other way and see more of the reality. The reality of all the hundreds of toxic chemicals we have inside us which aren't meant to be there. On average, we're supposed to have about 75 toxic chemicals inside us that the body isn't meant to contain at all. And we just put up with it. Our bodies have to deal with all that toxicity as well as everything else. As well as everything else it has to deal with. I don't know where to go now. I'm going to try to escape it. Try to run away. Find a way of finding a place that isn't contaminated. Or which is least contaminated. But it's like the ripple effect. All across the globe. The nuclear explosions, the tests that are carried out, the leaks of toxicity that come out from incinerators and factories all across the world. They affect you wherever you are, even if it is in some small way. The world's contaminated. What can you do? We're stuck in this world, and you can't escape from all these fumes and chemicals. You can't escape. I'll just try and find a place that's less contaminated. That's all I can do. That's all I can do for now. That's all I can do.